So here's our Darkling. He's always around. Even when you're not in combat, he's in the environments, he's getting up to mischief, kind of messing around with things. He serves as your guide throughout the levels, and I'll show you that a little bit later on too. So as I said, this is an abandoned carnival. We took our inspiration for this from Coney Island. And so Coney Island's on the sea, so we place this on the sea, and we have the mist that kind of rolls in from the shore, so it gives it that real creepy vibe. We also borrowed some of our rides from Coney Island as well, like the giant Ferris wheel that was really iconic there. So we used the location as a source of inspiration, but we didn't use it to define our layout. We defined our layout based on the narrative and the gameplay we wanted to hit. So this is our Brotherhood rookie. And he would be your basic Brotherhood unit. He's the frontline troop, he's the new recruit. Right off the bat, he's harder to fight than mobsters. You see he sort of looks a bit more tactical. He has the HK up as well, so his weaponry is a bit more high-tech than the mobster's weaponry is. And he also uses it more effectively. He's a bit more accurate with his guns, and he can get into cover faster and move through cover faster. He's also more aggressive. If he sees that you're low on health, or if he sees that you're out in the open for too long, he'll pull out of cover and rush you. So they're really aggressive that way, and that makes them a bit more dynamic and different than the mobsters. All right, so that's our Daisy Pop. You've seen that one before, right? All right, here's a Spinal Tap here. So slash open his chest, grab his spine, rip it out, and then pick it up. Just for the heck of it. Didn't like that very much. Okay, so here's another Brotherhood type. This is the Brotherhood Melee. And you can see right off the bat, he is much bigger than the rookies are. And, you know, he'd have to be. He's running in to hit me and to really do a lot of damage to me. And he's got to be a little bit crazy to do that because I have these huge demon arms I'll slice him in half with, right? If you think about him in the organization of the Brotherhood, he's higher up than the rookies are. The rookies are the new recruits. He's been there a little bit longer, and he's a bit more specialized. You can also see he has the same darkness armor that the rookies have. He has the mask here that can help protect him from headshots, but he also has this armor on his left arm, sorry, his right arm. So if I slash him from left to right, I'll hit that armor, and it's not going to phase him at all. He'll keep charging towards me, intent on killing me. Our design principles when we were creating the Brotherhood was to to encourage the player to fight in interesting ways and use their powers in different ways, and to force a little bit of strategy into it. We don't want you killing mobsters all the way through, who you can grab whenever you want, you can slash whenever you want, and they're basically cannon fodder. The Brotherhood are a bit more of a challenge because of the armor that they wear, forcing different strategies, and also because of the lights that they use. They know the darkness and they know how to deal with it, and so they use that really effectively in combat. And it's all about them using light and then how that interacts between the different character types. So you saw, like a Brotherhood Melee, for instance, he's tough, but if I knew he was coming, I could slash him out of the way and I could deal with him. But when he's combined with the Brotherhood support, he becomes a whole new beast altogether because I can't slash him out of the way, and he can take a lot of bullets. So it really becomes combining the AI types in different ways to create unique encounters, and we try and do that throughout the game with all of our Brotherhood types to really get you using your darkness powers in cool ways. So I'll pop back in the game here, show you him. He's just relentless in his attacks. Okay, so that's a flashbang this guy just threw. So flashbangs work like they do in other games, except for when I'm under the effects, I lose my darkness powers. So the Brotherhood know they need to keep the player in the light. So I mentioned the Darkling and how he's kind of around when you're not in combat. We use him as a guide through the levels. So try and get him out in front of you as much as possible, leading the way, and he'll wait for you at key points to help guide you through. What we found was that we started off actually very early in development when we were in pre-production. We were testing out some different gameplay concepts. We tried controlling Darklings, but we already had our demon arms that we loved, and we loved that up-close personal combat. And we found that if you were ordering around Darklings like you were in the first game, that was really separating you from the combat. You know, I'm ordering this guy way off in the distance, now I'm picking out guys with headshots and pixel hunting, and that didn't fit. So we dialed that back, and we decided to focus on this Darkling with personality, who's basically your sidekick. So not only does he have a gameplay role with pulling guys from cover and distracting them, but he also serves as your guide and sort of just leads you through the level as you go. So we're really happy with the way he turned out. So when you kill enemies, you get essence, and that feeds into our progression system. So you can use that to upgrade your abilities and stuff throughout the game. And yeah, what Jackie gets when he kills sort of enemies that aren't pure of heart. I remember in the first game you could eat hearts from all the enemies, but you couldn't eat hearts of civilians. And we've kind of taken that to the next level now with our progression system. And we reward you differently based on how you kill enemies. Think of it like it's feeding the darkness inside Jackie in a sense, and he gets off on gory, violent kills that use the darkness. So if you kill a guy with body shots with bullets, you'll get some essence. But if you do a headshot, you'll get a bit more. If you use the powers, if you use demon arms or executions, you get even more. So we really encourage you to use darkness powers through our progression system there.